Well, hello again. This is the video to explain the project milestones. So again, you should have logged into Blackboard. You probably couldn't even get to this video until you clicked on project. So if you click on project, here would be the video associated with the project milestones. When you click on the project milestones, this is the file that you get to. So again, the project milestones, we will initially work on getting you all associated with a group, because this is a group project, if at all possible. Each milestone of the project will have a due date. Each milestone associated with this project is associated with topics in the chapters. Really, except including the concept submission. So again, if you're following through the textbook, there is the Pine Valley Furniture Corporation. Follow that through. As you read through that, you should be getting an understanding of their project or problem statement, so that you'll be able to put together your project concept submission. So this is really, maybe one or two paragraphs just telling me what this project is going to be about, the people, places, and things associated with your project. The project can be anything. I want to keep track of all of the people in my address book, but I want to expand upon that. I want to keep track of my expenses. I want to keep track of my automobile and things associated with my automobile. I want to keep track of my courses and the assignments and the due dates associated with that. It can be anything. It can be something you're doing at work. It can be, a problem you see at work that you say, oh my God, there's got to be a better way of doing this. That is what a database management system can help you do. So again, initially associated with the project, and it can change. I hesitate to say that, but yes, it can change. All of these milestones can change, but they are not to be resubmitted. Once you submit a milestone, that's it. The milestone is done. You're over. I check it off. You've submitted it. You move on. But certainly, a couple of weeks into the semester, you change your mind. You want to do something differently. You can do that. So there's the project concept submission, the people, places, and things, and what is the business problem you're trying to solve. Later on, there'll be another due date to give me what are the entities. So the entities are the people, places, and things associated with your business problem. Then attributes are things that describe your entities. For instance, if you had, say for instance, you want to keep track of cell phones. Well, a cell phone has a color, it has a serial number, it has a phone number, etc., manufacturer. So attributes. And you will learn all about these as we move through the course work. There are business rules. Again, that starts in Chapter 2. Chapter 2 also covers the ERD, which is the Entity Relationship Diagram submission. I will make available software called the ER Assistant. That has to be used on a PC. After that, there's a create table statement. We start to get into that in Chapter 4. We create initial access database. Again, Microsoft Access requires the use of a PC. You will not be able to use Microsoft Access or the ER Assistant in a Mac environment unless you have VirtualBox. So as you can see here on my Mac, I have VirtualBox, and when we get to that point where we're using that, we will be using the VirtualBox inside my Mac to work with those tools. After you have your initial database set up, you will put in sample data, and you will set up queries. And of course, at that point of the semester, we will be talking about what are queries, how do you make them, not only in Microsoft Access, but using the sequential or the structured query language. We will be making data entry forms in Microsoft Access, and then we will be spending a bit of time setting up reports in Microsoft Access. And then really that will be the end of the project, and then you will submit it. And I say and presentation, but in the case that this is an online course, you will be submitting me a document to explain to me how I'm supposed to use this database to handle and look at the data and gather information associated with that. Again, any questions about the project or any of these milestones, I will have videos available basically for some of these milestones to make that even clearer. But if you have any questions about that, again, just email me at my email address and I will get back to you. So that is the Project Milestones